Hi everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Some of you may remember this 1937 Maytag washing machine engine. We did a nut and bolt restoration on this a while back. I originally found it at a flea market. I did get it running right after I brought it home, but it wasn't running very well and it was all kind of old and rusted. So I thought it'd be a fun project to do a restoration on. And it was. I took this thing completely down to the crankshaft. Every nut and bolt came out, and cleaned it and painted and polished some of the stuff. Even put the original decals on it. Anyway, I can't get it to start. I am able to get a few pops out of it if I prime the cylinders with fuel, but it won't keep running. So this is a very basic engine. The whole bottom section of it here, from here down, that's the fuel tank, okay? And this is a 2-cycle, so it's fuel mixed with oil. This is the intake. You can see the word start right there. That's where you set the dial when you're trying to start it initially. And then when it starts, turn it to the right just a little bit to run, or somewhere in between start and run, wherever the sweet spot is. And then when you're ready to shut it off later, you just turn it to the left. So this is the air intake, this tube right here. It goes into the body of the engine. And then there's a pickup tube that just goes straight down into the tank to draw up the fuel. It's still got good compression, so I think that the pickup tube is probably blocked. It's not a huge deal to get to the pickup tube, but you have to take sort of the whole engine off the top. There's these 1/2-inch bolts around. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 or 6 total. And you get those out, and then you can lift the whole engine off the top of the fuel reservoir. And then we can get access to the pickup tube down in there. But first, I'm just going to try to blow some air down the intake and see if we can dislodge anything that might be down inside there. Maybe we'll get lucky that way. And this knob just twists off counterclockwise all the way. It's got a little spring in there where the bolt is. And I'm just going to try to blow some air down here first and see if we get lucky. See that crud coming out of there? That's weird. It almost looks like dirt. But I don't understand how that got in there, because we had this whole thing apart and I cleaned everything. Well, I'm not real hopeful that did a whole lot, but let's try to start it anyway. No such luck. All right, let's get this engine split from the tank and see if maybe that pickup tube is blocked. It's about 24 degrees outside right now, by the way, so it's a little cold. There's some junk in the bottom of the tank. It doesn't look terrible, but there's definitely enough stuff in there that if something got into the pickup tube, that would definitely be enough to clog it up. If I remember correctly, we can untwist this thing and just blow some air right through it. All right, it looks like the end is coming off, which may be okay if the end is what's clogged up. I'm going to see if I can remove this whole down pipe. I'd like to get this out to just to make sure everything is clear up in there. Okay, this is clear. I can see right through it. That's not an issue. Now, if I blow air through the intake like we were doing before, we should get air coming out this hole also. Okay, I think we can say that that is clear. So we know that's clear. We know this pipe is clear. Not 100% sure about the end with the check ball in it. You hear that? That is clear also. So let's put everything back together and see if we changed the situation at all. If not, then we'll look at something else. It's got to be an air issue or a fuel intake issue, like I said before, because I can get it to run if I prime it. All right, let's put this thing back together, see if we got lucky. It's heavier than it looks. This is one of my favorite little toys that I own. And if possible, I like all my toys to work. So I try to keep them all running if I can. But with this old stuff, you're kind of chasing your tail. They don't get run very often, so it's typical for things like this for the pickup tube to stick, or the ball valve to stick, or something like that. But that's part of the fun with this old stuff. I am going to prime the cylinders before we try to kick it over, just to give us a fighting chance. Of course, this is a 2-cycle engine, so I've got some premix here. And these combustion chambers are just tiny, so you don't want to add a whole bunch, or you're just going to flood everything out. So it should, it should light off now that we got fuel in the cylinders. But if our repair with the intake system was successful, then it will stay running. All right, here we go. Come on. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I had a little piece of reflective tape on there before we started working on it, because I wanted to check the RPM with that little digital tachometer that I got. It seemed like it was about 1800 RPM, give or take. But just imagine going out and kick-starting your washing machine when you needed to use it. I have seen these engines retrofitted to lawnmowers and bicycles. Well, before we wrap this video up, let me see if it'll start back up. Got in the start position. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next video. Take care.